Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Your Lady Flames play here.
Free throws are good. Flames try to break through the pressure to get a shot at the buzzer. They go inside to Smuda. Smuda turns and scores as the horn sounds. Bella Smuda corner to Hess. Hess for three. Boom! Emma Hess, her third three-pointer of this first quarter.
The Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Fakes the shot, gets everybody to bite, takes it into the paint, floats it home. Beautiful move.
With Liberty and Conference USA, it's time for the Flames to rise again. Rise with us. Welcome to live pregame radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is brought to you in part by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Liberty basketball is also brought to you by Carter Bank. Life lived full. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Welcome to the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show, powered by Segra. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Kerry Green. Plus, pregame analysis, starting lineups, and much more are on the way. Now let's go live courtside with the voice of Liberty Lady Flames basketball, Jamie Hall.
Hello everyone, welcome into the Pan Am Center here in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where the Lady Flames will be taking on the New Mexico State Aggies. Coming up here just after the top of the hour, the Aggies 10-7 on the year, 3-1 in Conference USA. Lady Flames are 11-5 and 4-1 inside the conference, and it's early in the season, but this is a pretty big game as far as who has a stranglehold on second place. Middle Tennessee State still atop the standings right now. FIU is in that mix as well, and they lost here to New Mexico State on Thursday night. Matter of fact, that was a blowout win for the Aggies. They won 74-50, forced 30 turnovers in the game. They've also beaten UTEP and Sam Houston earlier in the year. Their loss was against La Tech on the road, 67-50. Lady Flames beat UTEP 75-64, held the Miners to 34% from the field in that game. Series recap brought to you by AquaPros. This is the fourth meeting. They were all last year, the previous three. Flames won all three of those, including an 82-70 win in the Conference USA Tournament semifinal. Our Foster Fuels who is hot is Emma Hess. She had 15 points against UTEP and surpassed 1,000 points for her career, so congratulations to her. And then finally, our Alcova Mortgage keys to the game. Let Alcova Mortgage help you get the keys to your next home. Find out more at alcova.com/Joe J. Well, Coach Green will talk a little bit more about this as well when we get him on the mic in just a moment. But turnovers, New Mexico State, one of the best in the conference. They forced 21 turnovers per game. And that's something that the Flames have been somewhat susceptible to over the course of the season, although it has cleaned up quite a bit of late. So we'll keep an eye on that stat as we go along. The elevation is certainly an issue. We'll ask Coach about that whenever he steps in a moment, but it's 3,900, above 3,900 feet here at Las Cruces. It was about 3,700, so 3,762 I think was the number at El Paso, so it's even a little bit more elevated here. Flames, though, seem to be getting acclimated to the mountain time zone and the elevation, but it's always tough to play the second end of this swing on the road, especially when you're playing a team as good as New Mexico State, and it'll be a challenge. We'll have it for you coming up here in just about 20 minutes. Right now, though, we'll take a timeout and get the thoughts of head coach Kerry Green when we return on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. As an employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount, up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you tackle your closing costs. Visit alcova.com/liberty today for details. Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic? 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
You're listening to Liberty Basketball and the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Our pregame coverage continues with the thoughts of head coach Kerry Green, presented by Earthright Mid-Atlantic. Once again, here's Jamie Hall.
Well, Coach, we've talked about how difficult the second game of a road trip is under any circumstance. In some ways, though, maybe you've had a little more time to adjust to the mountain time zone. I know that's probably only a tiny little positive, and you got to deal with some more negatives than positives on these long road trips. But after a good win against UTEP and a short turnaround, now you've got a very difficult team in New Mexico State to play today.
Yeah, there's no doubt acclimation, we're closer to, I guess, being at that point of acclimation. But, you know, the amount of time to prepare for this team is one day. Team that won big yesterday, and they're playing at home. So put those factors together. Playing at home, they won, there's confidence there. And, you know, we're impacted by the road, but you know, we get to play the game. I mean, when it goes up, the team that executes the most and most efficient and plays with the greater effort typically wins the ball game. So we're certainly going to be challenged by this team here.
When you look at their roster, of course, Kaiser stands out,
Yep.
as she would. It's like if you're looking at an NBA roster from the 1990s, Michael Jordan stands out because of just how much more she scores than her teammates do. Are they as simple as that? Stop her and you stop them, or do they have some more cogs that you got to be mindful of?
Well, I think, you know, they've got a good team. You don't win big in our league. You don't win in our league unless you're capable of being successful in several areas. She is an outstanding ball player. You look at their record and look at when they lose, she's not been that productive in those games. They really need her. So she is critical ball player, and how they get on the boards. Their scrappiness and trying to turn you over are their strength. They'll never give up. They really compete hard. They're well coached and play hard. So you have to always respect someone to do that. And it's conference play, so you better be ready. You really want to try to win at home, and they've got the confidence. They play better at home. It's obvious on video, and we've got to come ready to play. And what minutes you have, that you're productive, and just see what happens at that point in time.
You talked about how there was kind of contrasting styles between UTEP and New Mexico State, so an awful lot of zone on Thursday night, and you're expecting to see the opposite tonight. Yeah,
no question. I think they're 97% man-to-man, and I said this when we played La Tech. La Tech does a lot of things that we do, the offenses and their structure and their spacing, and La Tech beat them, but that game's at La Tech too, so it's the home court advantage, and we just got to come play. You got to be consistent. We haven't been very consistent all year. We can play three good quarters, or like the last game, you're up at 14 at halftime. That doesn't mean you're going to win and win by 11. So in the third or fourth quarter against UTEP, after having a 14-point lead, were we consistently executing and being a rebounded team, a defending team? Nah, we got a little lax, and the game got down to a 7-point lead. So that's three possessions that can go the wrong way, and you're behind.
Are you pretty happy with the minutes that you were able to get the bench on Thursday?
No, it was a little struggle to try to shuffle our kids around. Typically, I like to have two deep, and that was not quite the case. But certainly, Emmy played really well, and that helped out. And Emma broke 1,000 points, and there's some people that I wished gotten a little bit more playing time, but it'll probably come today that we'll get that playing time. We'll just have to see. When you're on the floor, it takes time to get in the rhythm, but you don't need 15 minutes to get in a rhythm. You 2 to 3 minutes, you better be hot, sweating, and knowing what you're doing, and we'll just see how it goes. Definitely need the bench today.
And I guess that kind of ties right into the Ortho Virginia injury report as far as coming out of that game on Thursday night.
Yeah, we're a little beat up, but we're healthy enough to everybody's go as tolerated. And a major concern is that the acclimation and the turnover is so quick. We fully hydrated, because even in yesterday's workout, which is very limited, primarily to get shooting and things like that, and get our bodies acclimated. I mean, we were huffing and puffing yesterday, so the elevation does impact us and takes the juice out of us. So that bench and being ready to play in your few minutes that you're in, you need to be really productive for us to be successful today.
Coach, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Wish you the best. We'll be back with the relevant law tip right after this. Liberty Flame Sports Network from Van Wagner.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPros 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank and Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank and Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank and Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank-ins, or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. The heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty Lady Flames basketball is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. Live radio play-by-play coverage of Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network is brought to you by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Carter Bank, life lived full. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game. Here's Jamie Hall.
Welcome back into the Pan Am Center in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Lady Flames and New Mexico State really at this point kind of a battle for second place in the conference. Starting lineups are being announced. The building has gone quiet for, I'm assuming, a moment of silence that I was unaware of. But we're ready to go now. What are those Snickers commercials? Want to get away? I'm going to assume that the moment of silence was in reference to possibly the mental health awareness initiative that they're having. We see a lot of purple shirts and mentions of it around the arena, but not entirely sure. But we had a moment of silence there, and I apologize for talking over it. New Mexico State and their head coach Jody Adams, third season here, 13th season overall, 235 wins, 171 losses. This team is 10-7, 3-1 in the conference. They'll start Loes Rozing. She is number 2, a 5'10 senior from the Netherlands, putting up about 4 points and 3 rebounds a game as the lights shut off in the building. Siani Sanchez Oliver wears number 3. She's a 5'5" senior from Powder Springs, Georgia, by way of Delaware State. Rosing actually started her career at South Georgia Technical College. Sanchez Oliver is averaging 3 points a game, 2 rebounds. Silena Peterson wears 23, a 5'7" senior from San Diego, California, putting up 6.5 points a game. All these players listed as guard, including Molly Kaiser, who wears number 7. 3-time player of the week in the conference, has surpassed 1,500 points for her career. She's a 5'8" graduate student from Watauga, Texas. All 5 years at New Mexico State. Had 28 against FIU, 32 against UTEP earlier in the season. Only hit 1 3-pointer in that game and 5 free throws, so she does most of her damage inside the 3-point arc. She's averaging 21.5 points a game. And then finally at forward, Fonta Gasalma. Gasalma wears 10, a 6'1" senior from Spain. She's from South Georgia Tech. Wore 33 a season ago. 7 points and 7 rebounds against FIU. She's averaging almost a double-double. 10.1 points, 9.6 rebounds. For the Lady Flames and their head coach, Kerry Green, in his 26th season at the helm, Jordan Hodges will run the point. 5'6" senior from Richmond, Virginia. Averaged 12 points, 5 boards, and 7 assists. I'm sorry, let me try that again. She averaged 12 points and 5.7 assists last season against New Mexico State. Had 12 points and no turnovers against UTEP on Thursday night. In the backcourt with her is Asia Boone, number 12, 5'8" sophomore from San Diego, California. 14-point average against the Aggies last season in those 3 games, is putting up over 10 points a game this year. Emma Hess, who surpassed 1,000 points for her career, having 15 at UTEP. She put up 15 a game against the Aggies a season ago. Emma wears 23, a 6-foot-tall senior from Beaver Creek, Ohio. Elizabeth Ayestad, she is number 21, 6'2" sophomore from Iceland. 8 points, 5 boards, 5 assists against UTEP on Thursday night, averaging a little over 6 points a game and a little under 6 rebounds. And then finally Bella Smuda, who wears number 31, a 6'6" redshirt senior from Exton, Pennsylvania. Averaged a double-double against the Aggies last year, 17 points, 11 rebounds. Had 8 points and 7 boards against UTEP, but only took 7 shots in that game, 4 of 7. She's averaging just under 12 points and 6.5 rebounds a game. Lady Flames in the visiting red uniforms, baby blue numbers, white trim. New Mexico State in the home white uniforms with black numbers and maroon trim. Tip is in the air, and it is controlled by Liberty. Flames go right on offense. Into the paint is Jordan Hodges, and she scores. Went right into the teeth of the defense, and it gives the Flames a 2-0 lead. Flames fall back on defense. At the top of the arc is Peterson. She goes to the far corner, is cut off, nothing there. 14 seconds to shoot. Pass in the middle to Gasalma, and her shot is blocked out of bounds by Bella Smuda. Bella Smuda wasn't credited with a block in the game against UTEP. I feel like she did get a piece of one in that game, but that is now her 31st block shot of the season after she had been stuck on 30 for a game. Inbound to Kaiser. She's going to go baseline and pull up and hit. Molly Kaiser in her mid-range game is something that you just don't see a lot in any form of basketball anymore. Flames break through some pressure. Hess is going to float baseline, and the braided assassin banks it off the glass and in to give the Flames a 4-2 lead. Got the 2 braids in the wind in this game. Hadn't seen that in a while for Emma. Backdoor pass to Kaiser. She has to kick it around the dial. Sanchez Oliver now in the corner for 3 is Rosing, and her shot is short. Flames get the board. Liberty up by 2 with the basketball, going from left to right here in the first half of the game. Ayestad comes near side to Hess. Hess now along the baseline, drives through and draws a foul. Emma Hess will shoot 2. Emma, an 82% free throw shooter on the year. We talked to her after that game on Thursday night. She mentioned how she was imploring her teammates to be more attack-minded. She was as well. I tell you, when this building gets quiet, it gets quiet. Hess's first free throw was off the mark. Front rim. She turns around in disgust. Doesn't miss many of those. Every free throw the Lady Flames make this season is 100 meals to local area food banks through the Food Line Feed Score to Give More campaign. And we hit the second. Liberty leads 5-2. Minute and a half in. Kaiser, who's guarded by Boone, will fire up a three-pointer at the top of the arc and hit. Ties the game at 5 apiece. Kaiser with all 5 of those. Flames get through some pressure. And now attacking is Hodges. She has to kick it cross court to Hess. Hess for 3, in and out. Rebound New Mexico State. Kaiser doesn't take a ton of three-pointers, but when open, she will. This time she gets a backdoor pass and goes up and scores. 7 points already for Kaiser. And she has given New Mexico State their first lead. They're up by 2. Flames with the basketball. Hand off to Hodges. Hodges at the top will come near side to Hess. Hess lobs it back across on the far side to Hodges. Backdoor pass inside to Smuda. She missed the shot, got her own rebound, and cleans it up. A high-scoring start to this game, 7-7, and we're not even 3 minutes in. New Mexico State on offense. Sanchez to the far wing, looking for Kaiser. Bounces it to her in the corner. She's going to shoot right over the top of Asia Boone and hits a long 2. Contest was there. Kaiser just elevated and scored. Flames back on offense, almost lost the basketball, but at the right place at the right time was Boone. She gets the initial rebound, the initial shot, and then the rebound is pulled in by Bella Smuda, who's fouled. Liberty back to the free throw line. 2 more shots. Liberty 3 of 6 to begin the game from the field. New Mexico State 4 of 6. Kaiser has shot 4 of those, and it's the 4 makes. Smuda hits the first free throw, hits the second one as well. We're tied at 9. Sanchez Oliver brings it across half court. She just has Sanchez across the back of her jersey, wears number 3. Comes up top to Gasama. Gasama hands off to Peterson, and Peterson hit a 3 but wave it off on a moving screen. I think. Might have been a 3-second call. Let's see. Lower. Flames back on offense. We'll sort that out here in just a moment. Hess hooks a pass inside to Smuda, and she's tied up. The arrow will give it over to New Mexico State. That previous possession was just ruled a turnover on Peterson. So, no foul. 3-point shot by Kaiser is off the mark. Maybe forced that a bit. Liberty with the rebound. 4 minutes into this first quarter. Tied at 9. We're going to have a moving screen against Smuda. So Bella picks up her first personal foul. Liberty with the turnover. New Mexico State with the basketball. Bounces to Kaiser at the top of the arc. Then she'll give it back to Sanchez along the baseline, who drives and scores. You can certainly get overly mindful of Molly Kaiser, and sometimes that'll lead to open looks for her teammates. Understandably so, considering she averages almost 22 points a game. Liberty's Hodges will try to answer with a three near wing and nails it. Hodges puts the Flames back on top. First three-pointer for Liberty. Back down low, working into the paint is Gusama, and she's able to score with a little half hook off the glass. A back and forth first quarter. We're just now across the halfway point. 13-12 New Mexico State. Hess with the basketball. She has to pick up her dribble to Hodges. Hodges inside to Smuda. Smuda kicks near wing to Hess. Hess open for three. Got it. Emma Hess from 3rd Street. Flames back on top. Both teams have had 2-point leads and a lot of lead changes in this first 5.5 minutes. New Mexico State's Kaiser drives, and a blocking foul is going to be called against Asia Boone. Ooh. Not sure about that. Kaiser lowered her shoulder down, and Boone went flying. I would say that play happens 100 times a season, and I'm going to guess about 80 of those times that's called a charge, maybe 85. But you don't always get the call when you're playing a superstar, and Kaiser gets the benefit of a lot of whistles. She gets this one, and it'll be New Mexico State's basketball. When we return, 15-13, Liberty with the lead, 4:25 to go here in the first quarter on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch support so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Exciting game so far. We've had quite a few lead swaps. Both teams have been up. Actually, the Flames' largest lead was 3, and the largest lead for New Mexico State was 2. Kaiser with 9 of New Mexico State's 13. Emma Hess has 6. Jordan Hodges 5. Bella Smuda 4 for Liberty. Boone picked up her first personal foul. Smuda has 1. Rosing and Peterson each with 1 for New Mexico State. Mexico State playing Black Betty. Oh man, it just left my mind. Who sings that song? I have to look that up now. I'm gonna kick myself whenever I see it, because Ram Jam. How do you forget that? Ram Jam is the band. Decent crowd on hand. There was over 1,000 folks listed at the game on Thursday night in El Paso. I think there's going to be less than that here. Still not a bad crowd. It's a big building to fill up, over 12,000 seats. Tell you a little bit about the Pan Am Center here in just a moment. But first, New Mexico State's got the basketball. They work it on the interior where Gasalma had her shot affected by Emmy Stout, who had just checked into the game for Liberty. Flames with a rebound. Back on offense to our right. We're on the same side as the team's benches and the scorers table. Opposite side of TV, so if you're watching along and listening, my left is going to be your right. Avery Mills is checked in, and she's working the offense to perfection. A little pick and roll with Emmy Stout. They are so good at that, having played at LCA together, won a state championship, and their chemistry is quite nice. Flames with their largest lead at 4, 17-13, 3:33 to go here in the first quarter. Peterson drives and scores. She was able to muscle up in the paint, cut the Liberty lead back to 2. Flames get through the pressure. That was something to keep an eye on as far as turnovers. New Mexico State forces a lot, only 2 for Liberty at this point in the game. Hess pulls up for a long two-pointer. It's too strong, and the rebound is taken by the Aggies. They come back on offense. A lob pass up top to Gasalma. Gasalma to Sanchez. Sanchez looking to the near wing, now drives in and draws a foul. Emmy Stout picks up the personal foul, a couple of free throws ahead for New Mexico State.
Substitution for the Flames, number 7, Ian Steenbergen. And number 22.
I want to see some more substitutions for Liberty. Lineup's going to be Anna Bedoza, Avery Mills, now Peen Steenbergen, Stout, and Hess. 2:52 on the clock here in the first quarter. The first free throw is short. Sanchez, a 59% free throw shooter on the year. Takes her dribbles. Second free throw is also off the mark. Stout with the board. Hands off to Bedoza, and the Flames will bring it up court. She's guarded by Sanchez. Near wing, Mills. Mills dribbles to the corner and gives back to Hess. Hess waits for a screen, spins off of it. Mismatch for a moment as the pass goes inside to Stout, but it's knocked loose into the corner and picked up by Sanchez. New Mexico State will have the basketball. Flames couldn't take advantage of the switch that had Emmy Stout on a much shorter player. New Mexico State recovered to get the steal. Kaiser's going to pull up from just inside the arc. She missed the shot, and the rebound is tipped in the corner to Mills, and Flames have it. Approaching the 2-minute mark of this first quarter, Liberty leads 17-15. Bedoza has it knocked away from her, but it goes over to Steenbergen. Steenbergen's going to drive into the paint, now turns from 15, missed the shot, and the rebound to Rosing. Loose Rosing lost her footing. Tripped and fell to the floor and was helped out by a fellow Netherlands native, as Peen Steenbergen helped her up. But that will be a turnover to give the ball back to the Flames. Bedoza across half court to Steenbergen. Now a bounce pass to Asia Boone, who just come back in, replacing Hess. Up top to Bedoza, 15 seconds to shoot. She comes to the near side of the court and finds Boone in the corner. She has the ball knocked away from her. Passes to Smuda, who had also just come in. Cross court to Bedoza for three. Got it. Anna Bedoza with her first points. Flames lead by 5. It's the largest lead of the game so far. 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we've got a traveling violation against Sanchez. Bit of an unforced turnover. Bedoza was there applying some pressure, but she was a couple feet away. Sanchez just must have shuffled her feet the least little bit. Bedoza across half court. In the high post is Smuda. Smuda a couple of hard dribbles and hands to Mills. Mills to the top of the arc. Backdoor pass in the paint to Smuda. Turnaround jumper, rattles home. Bella Smuda from about 10. Flames up 22-15, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jayla Harding, who had come in as well during our last dead ball. Hands off to Gasalma, now to Kaiser, back on the far wing to Rosing, and her three-pointer is good. 9th 3 of the season for Rosing, her first points today. The Flames have 16 seconds to try to get something before the end of the quarter. They go into Smuda. Smuda works into the paint, turns, fires, and hits. That was a tough shot by Bella Smuda. Not what she wanted, but she was able to bail herself out. Kaiser with a 40-footer at the buzzer, which was dead on, but just came up about 2 balls lengths short. So that air ball that just touched the bottom of the net as it went by ends this first quarter of play with the Lady Flames leading 24-18. The largest lead for Liberty was that 22-15 advantage. And they currently go to the break, leading by 6, the quarter break. We'll be back with the second after this timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
That was a back and forth first 5 minutes, and then the Flames kind of settled in with the lead in the final 5 minutes of this first quarter. They're up 24-18. Liberty shooting 64% from the field, 9 of 14, 3 of 4 from 3. New Mexico State 57% from the field, so we haven't had any lack of offense. 8 of 14, they're 2 of 5 from behind the arc. Rebounding is 7-3 Liberty. Flames with 3 turnovers, New Mexico State also with 3. Points in the paint, 10-8 Flames. Points off turnovers, 5-2 Flames, and bench points, 5-0 Flames. Harding is the only player off the bench that got in the first quarter for New Mexico State. The Flames made 4 substitutions. We'll reset the lineup when everybody gets out of huddle here in just a moment. I was talking about the Pan Am Center here in Las Cruces. This building was built back in 1968, opened back in 1968. 12,515. There's a lower bowl that goes all the way around. Some like suite seats in the end zone on New Mexico State's bench side of the court, the side that the Flames are attacking towards here. So probably their version of Flames Club. There's an upper deck that goes pretty much just on the sidelines and slightly into the corners. Doesn't go all the way around. The upper deck does sort of cut off at an angle right before it gets to each end zone. And it looks like it could have possibly had some seats up there at some point in its history, but not now with the suite there. That might have been cut off in order to put some high dollar seats in. Flames with the ball to start the second quarter. Asia Boone dribbles into the paint, floats and miss, but Smuda there for the rebound, and she's fouled on her putback attempt. Bella will shoot a couple of more. She's already got 8 points from the first quarter. And a couple of free throw attempts. So Smuda with 8, Hess with 6, Kaiser with 9 to lead everybody. Bella now matches that, having made the first free throw. Bella hits both. Liberty up 26-18, largest lead of the game so far. Harding will dribble to the near side and then hand off to Yanez, who come in during that quarter break. She's got the ball on Smuda, drives and draws a foul. Bella came across the arms as she was trying to block the shot. That will be the second foul against Bella, and we'll see how Coach Green plays this. I'm going to assume she'll probably have to check out of the game, and we may not see her until the second half, which would be unfortunate considering how well she has played so far. Lucia Yanez from Madrid, Spain. Couple of Spaniards on this New Mexico State team as well. Saw 2 at UTEP, and the Flames have 2. Both free throws are good. Cuts it back now to a 6-point game. Flames beat the pressure across half court to Mills. Mills will now retreat outside the arc. Wait for some movement with 15 seconds on the shot clock timer. The ball is passed to Hodges but knocked out of bounds by Amani Warren. Warren had 11 in the game against Liberty a season ago. Championship game. Flames and New Mexico State, not the championship, in the championship tournament. They played 3 times overall. Liberty down to 5 seconds to shoot. Mills is going to try a hook a pass inside. It's stolen away. Turnover leads to a run out back the opposite end, and driving to the hoop is Warren, who draws a foul against Emmy Stout. Stout has now picked up her second personal foul. So the Flames posts and a little bit of foul trouble. We'll see if the adjustment is to go smaller. New Mexico State plays a pretty small lineup themselves. Free throws off the mark. She'll have a second, and that one is very short. Stout, who does stay in the game, gets the rebound. No points on that possession for New Mexico State. Liberty with the ball. Hodges on the far wing. Bounces it up top to Ayastadish. Now near wing to Boone. Boone looks into the post. Instead, we'll give to Ayastadish, who does go inside to Stout. And Stout had a little half hook on the baseline. Too strong. Rebound to Mexico State. They go inside where the pass is knocked away, but a foul was called, and that will go against Stout, and that will be 3. So Stout tried to knock it away from behind and got into the body of the New Mexico State player. She now has 3 fouls. Bella Smuda is on the bench with 2. So the Flames post players aren't going to see a bunch of minutes probably in the first half, at least from this point on. Kaiser takes a jumper, missed the shot. Steenbergen gets the rebound. The Flames go small with Steenbergen and Ayestadish both playing forwards. Mills, Hodges, and Boone on the perimeter. Hodges is going to drive, now retreats back outside and goes far wing to Steenbergen. Steenbergen to Boone. Boone for three, nails it. Asia Boone puts the Flames up 29-20. So even with the fouls the last few possessions, New Mexico State wasn't able to score any points off of it. And they find themselves down by 9. Backdoor pass to Sanchez. She slips past everybody and lays it in. An awful lot of Princeton-style offense we've seen on both sides in this game, with screens and then the backdoor cuts. Flames go inside to Ayestada. She has her pass deflected out of bounds. 7:07 to go in the quarter. 16 on the shot clock. Mills will check out. Hess back in. Flames inbound on the baseline. Inbound pass comes to Hess. She dribbles on the wing. Now goes in the far corner to Steenbergen. Steenbergen drives in and missed the shot. Nice move to get into the paint, but couldn't finish. Rebound New Mexico State. They'll run it back the other way. And we got a kick ball, which will reset things. Give New Mexico State an inbounds on the far side of the court. Near the TV table. They're on the opposite side of us. Jayla Harding into Kaiser. Kaiser has Boone on her. She'll lob it to Gassama. Gassama guarded by Ayestadish with really no true post player in the game at the moment for the Flames. Pass comes up top. It's deflected. Picked up by Kaiser near midcourt. Now near wing to Harding. Her three-pointer is good. That was a tough shot by Harding. 5 straight points for New Mexico State. Flames, Steenbergen for three, and she answers. Payne Steenbergen drains the tray. 33-25 Liberty. Are they going to say that was a 2 maybe? Flames back on defense. Or maybe I've got my math off. Harding, pull-up jumper along the baseline, is in and out. Liberty with the board. Hodges hands off to Hess. Hess off of a screen, finds a little bit of space. She'll pull up from three, but comes up short. And the rebound to New Mexico State. They run it back the other way. Sanchez Oliver waits for a screen. Now dumps it in the near side corner. A three-pointer from Yanez is a miss, and the Flames get the board. Hodges back on the offensive end to Steenbergen, now to Hess. Hess looks to the far side of the court and hands off to Hodges. Hodges will take a three-pointer. No good. A little short. Rebound New Mexico State. Not a lot of second chance opportunities for the Flames since their post players have both gotten in foul trouble. New Mexico State, though, hands the ball back to Liberty, and the Flames almost hand it right back to New Mexico State. Bad pass on both sides, but the Aggies couldn't quite get to the telegraph pass the Flames through. And Liberty's back on offense. Boone to Steenbergen. Steenbergen's going to drive through. Nice step to the hoop, and she draws a foul. Payne Steenbergen will shoot 2 free throws when we return to play. Liberty up 32-25. And my math was off. I already see my mistake. It was a three-pointer by Payne a moment ago. Flames had 29 previous to that. I had written that down incorrectly. It was 29-25 before her three. Now it is 32-25 and a chance for Payne to make this a 9-point lead again. at the free throw line when we come back from this break here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
When it was time for my family and I to buy and sell our houses, we knew exactly who to call, and that was Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Hi, this is Nick Pierce, encouraging you to do what we did. Make the easy decision and call Jason Porter for all of your real estate needs.
Thanks, Nick. And Flames Nation, let's talk about how we can serve you. Call or text me today, Jason Porter, at 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827, or email me at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. Thanks, and as always, go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
It's a new era for Liberty Flames baseball. First-year head coach Bradley LaCroix is ready to lead the Flames to new heights.
Our ultimate goal is to win championships, play in the postseason, and hopefully one day get to Omaha.
With a fresh roster and a clean slate, the Flames are taking aim at the best teams in Conference USA.
Deep to left, and out of here!
Be at Worthington Field at Liberty Baseball Stadium for all 31 home games. Home opener is February 14th. Season tickets at LibertyFlamesBaseball.com. Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Back here in Las Cruces, New Mexico, Liberty Lady Flames leading New Mexico State 32-25 with a couple of free throws ahead. Liberty men will play the Aggies in Liberty Arena coming up a little bit later on tonight, 7 o'clock game Eastern. This was a 4 o'clock Eastern game, 2 o'clock local, Mountain Time. New Mexico State band playing to our left. So if you hear them just a little bit more in your left ear than you hear them in your right ear, that's the power of stereo. As is the case in most arenas, the band is positioned much closer to the visiting team's huddle than the home team's huddle. We saw that at UTEP on Thursday night. Really is a big factor with some games at Hampton, I remember, and maybe North Carolina A&T. At Hampton, they were on the rail. I'd say the trombone player could hit somebody in the back of the head. They were that close. I mean, it was tight. Certainly makes for a home court advantage. Pete Steenbergen will be shooting the free throws for Liberty. Flames now at 52% from the field, 52.4. And New Mexico State is 52.6. Liberty, though, 5 of 8 from 3. New Mexico State, 3 of 7. Liberty, 2 more field goal attempts in this game than the Aggies. And the Flames have a 12-7 rebounding edge, including 3-0 in offensive boards. Steenbergen missed the first free throw, missed the second free throw as well. So an empty possession, and now a foul is called against Liberty as well, trying to get after the offensive glass. Elizabeth Iastadish picks up her first personal foul. Bella Smuda and Emmy Stout both out of the game with foul trouble. Bella has 2, Emmy has 3. Harding to Kaiser in the corner for New Mexico State. She'll kick it outside to Rosing. Rosing will drive, spin, and took an extra step. Traveling violation. Is turnover number 5 against New Mexico State. The Flames with 4. Pretty back on their offensive end, which is to our right. Jordan Hodges dribbles to the top of the arc. Curls around to Hess, who fires up a 3 and knocks it down. Emma Hess with 9 points. Second 3 of the game for her. Liberty up by 10, largest lead of the afternoon. Rosen going to try to answer on the near wing, and she hits. Loose Rosing. It only hit 8 3-pointers coming into this game, but has hit 2 already this afternoon. Makes it a 7-point game. 35-28. Flames. Hess drives and kicks to Boone. Now up top to Hodges. Hodges picks up her dribble, and she took an extra step. Traveling violation gives it back to the Aggies.
Substitution for the Aggies, number 23, Selena Peterson.
Flames have Hodges, Steenberg, and Boone, Iastadish, and Hess in the game. So Iastadish playing the 4 in this setup. Noah Garcia has checked in for New Mexico State. The 6'3" senior from Spain will be playing the 5 and does have a slight height advantage on Iastadish. We have a foul away from the ball. Or I should say, well, not away from the ball, but away from the hoop from about 25 feet out. Call goes against Liberty. The Flames are over the limit, so free throws now for New Mexico State. Liberty is up by 7. Asia Boone has picked up her second personal foul, so she'll have to check out of the game as well. Avery Mills will come in, and we'll see who is given the assignment of Kaiser with Boone out. Kaiser hits the first free throw. She's got 10 now. Second free throw is also good. 83% shooter on the year. 5 straight points for New Mexico State. Flames with the basketball, leading by 5. Hodges dribbles at the far corner. Now back to the middle at the free throw line, gives off to Hess. Hess passes it up top to Hodges. Hodges for 3, short, but an offensive rebound by Iastadish, and her putback's good. Liz gives the Flames a 7-point lead. Her first 2 of the afternoon. New Mexico State back on offense. Rosing on the near side. Waits for a screen, gives it back to Harding. Harding, a bounce pass, goes out of bounds. 2:32 on the clock here in the second quarter. Liberty up 37-30. Full court pressure being shown by New Mexico State. Hodges across the half, bounces it up to Iastadish. She now comes near wing and hands to Mills. Mills drives towards the hoop and missed the shot. Tried to draw the foul, created a little contact, no call either way, and New Mexico State will go back on offense. Into the corner to Rosing. Bounces it into the paint to Gasama. Gasama works it down low to Kaiser. Kaiser hesitates and then draws a foul. And we'll see who it's against. It's Iastadish, since she now has 2 fouls. Flames are running out of post players. Smuda with 2 on the bench. Emmy Stout with 3. Asia Boone has 2. And now Iastadish with 2 fouls. She'll check out of the game. And Brooke Moore will come in, which means Steenbergen will likely, at 6'1", become the Flames' 5 in a very hybrid look. Kaiser makes the first free throw. It's a 37-31 Liberty lead with 1:58 left until halftime. Kaiser's second free throw rattles in. Back to a 5-point game. The Flames trapped on the inbound, but Hodge is able to dribble her way out of it. Hess across the timeline, gives it near wing to Mills. Mills for 3, boom! How about that for press break? Liberty up 40-32. Minute and a half until the intermission. Gasama looking for Harding. Instead goes back door to Kaiser. Kaiser kicks it in the middle to Peterson. Peterson's floater is off the mark, and then she tips the ball out of bounds. Liberty up by 8. They've led by as many as 10, trailed by 2 back in the first quarter. Hodges to the near side. Hands off to Mills. Mills up to Steenbergen. She'll fire a 3 and nothing but net for Peen Steenbergen. Flames done a pretty good job outside the arc in this game. We'll get you the numbers in a minute. But right now, Kaiser's worked the offense to Rosing. She drives into the paint. An offensive foul will give it back to Liberty. Peen Steenbergen steps in and draws the charge on loose Rosing. It was Netherlands against Netherlands, and Liberty gets the ball back with 57 seconds to go till halftime. Flames 8 of 12 from outside the arc, 63% from 3. New Mexico State shooting well, 4 of 8, but the Flames have doubled that productivity. We've got an issue with the shot clock. 56.7 is on the game clock and 30 on the shot clock. I'm not sure. The shot clock definitely didn't start. Let's see what we adjust this to. And if New Mexico State is going to maybe apply some pressure, as this will now be inbounded in the backcourt. And it does look like New Mexico State is setting up some pressure. Inbound comes to Hodges. She's being harassed by Sanchez Oliver. Gets it across half court. And Liberty on offense to Mills for 3. Boom! Avery Mills from 3rd Street. And the Flames lead 46-32. Ninth three-pointer of the first half for Liberty. And only 13 shots. Kaiser had the ball knocked loose, but she gets it back. Now she's going to drive near side. Pulls up from 15. Short. The rebound tipped, and Hodges will get it for Liberty. The Flames can hold this for the final shot of the half. The shot clock is off. 20 seconds to go until intermission. Steenbergen on the far side to Hess. Hess looks interior, nothing there. Up to Moore. 10 seconds to shoot. Moore tries to attack. She picks up her dribble out to Steenbergen. 4 on the clock. She steps back for 3. It's off the mark and will trickle out of bounds with 1/10 until halftime. They'll just inbound the basketball and run the clock out as the Flames take a 46-32 lead going into halftime. They didn't like that last offensive possession, didn't get the shot that they were hoping for there. They'll talk that one out. We'll get a chance to get a quick word with Coach Kerry Green before he heads into the locker room. Coach, we were talking about adjusting to the elevation. Looks like your team is Las Cruces natives now. They were running up and down the floor scoring a lot of points.
Hey, I'm so proud of them. Our execution is pretty sharp. Defense, we're fighting in there. I'm really pleased. But, I wish the game was over and we're getting on a bus. But we know there's a second half and, got some great contributions from the bench too, so really pleased. We just got to stay focused.
Real quick about the foul trouble, as far as does that change kind of your philosophy in the second half at all?
Yeah, we had 2 4s in there, and Liz picked up another foul. Emma has got a high IQ. Emma Hess has got a high IQ, so we knew she could slide in there at the 4. Needed to test the waters and get Brooke into the action there too, and it was a good closeout in the last 2 minutes. So thank you.
Appreciate your time, Coach. As head coach Kerry Green, Lady Flames going to the locker room with the lead. They're up 46-32 here in Las Cruces. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, Trey, we'll take things back in the studio for the Carl Miller halftime show. Look around the conference on the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Frank Good Builders. A little bit later on, your Larry's Tire and Auto full stats, but I will tell you this number real quick. The Flames shot 55% in the first half. New Mexico State shot the ball extremely well themselves. They were 11 of 22, 50%. But Liberty 55% and 9 of 14 from 3, 64%. The Flames lead by 14 at the break. And we'll be back with a halftime show here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord. And coming soon, Larry's Tire will expand to a new service center in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Start the new year with a new ride and the biggest savings yet from Lynchburg Nissan. Get $10,700 off MSRP, 0% for 72 months, and up to 40 miles per gallon. Plus, drive with confidence thanks to our million-mile warranty. This is your moment to make that move you've been waiting for. With rates this low and discounts this high, the time to act is now. Stop by, call, or visit us online before the best selection is gone. Lynchburg Nissan, home of the million-mile warranty.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at PearyFamilyDentistry.com. The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team, proud supporter of the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now let's get a check of the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders.
Halftime here in the Lynchburg studio. While the Flames are on the road, Lady Flames in on a 9-0 run to take a 46-32 halftime lead. Trey Lau inside our Lynchburg studio. Now time for our out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders. Starting in women's college basketball in Conference USA. Couple finals for you that tipped off earlier today. Western Kentucky hands Middle Tennessee their first loss in conference play as they win 63-58. And UTEP gets it done over FIU 70-68. That's the action going on right now. One game's in the fourth quarter. Sam Houston 51, Jacksonville State 41. Sam Houston looking for their first win in conference play. 4:13 left in that one. And now just getting to the half, Louisiana Tech 43, Kennesaw State 35. As for the top 25 in women's college basketball, only one game going on right now, and that game just ended in the second quarter, heading to halftime. Oklahoma State 24, Oklahoma State, number 24 team in the country with 41 points, UCF with 26. As for the men's college basketball, no games going on right now in Conference USA. Only one final for you. UTEP 81, FIU 73. UTEP gets the win to improve to 4-1 in Conference USA. As for the top 25, plenty of action going on right now, including a couple of finals for you. Number one, Auburn remains undefeated in SEC play. They defeat Georgia 70-68. Georgia unable to hit that last shot to force overtime. As for maybe the game of the day, top 10 matchup in Kentucky as Kentucky falls to number 4 Alabama 102-97, and Xavier pulls off the upset, over number 7 Marquette 59-57. Number 9 Kansas cruises to a 10-point win over Kansas State 84-74. Number 10 Houston 69, UCF 68. Houston avoids the upset in that one. And then another upset in the Big East. Creighton knocks down the defending national champion and number 14 UConn 68-63. As for the top 25 action going on right now, top 20 matchup, number 13 Oregon trailing number 17 Purdue 53-48 with 3:18 left. 38 seconds left, number 24 Wisconsin heading to a win over USC 84-65. And number 6 Tennessee trailing by 10 with 13:46 left in the second half as they trail Vanderbilt 60-58. Maybe another upset there. Number 5 Florida up on Texas 30-24. And also NFL playoffs going on right now. We'll update you about that if you're unable to watch. Tied at 3 in the first quarter between the Chiefs and the Texans. When we come back, we'll update you about your Liberty Flames. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate, or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPro's 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Now back to the halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Back inside our Lynchburg studios, halftime 46-32, Liberty on top. As for what's else for your Liberty Flames, of course, the men are in action at the Liberty Arena later on tonight as they host New Mexico State in a big game in Conference USA. Flames looking to come off that heartbreaking loss to UTEP on Thursday night, so looking to bounce back against the top team currently in Conference USA in New Mexico State. 6:30 airtime for that one. Alan York on the call, of course. And then also, track is in Blacksburg today for the Virginia Tech Invitational, and men's tennis heading to take on Richmond today at 1 o'clock. They host Richmond, today. They hosted them at 1 o'clock a few hours ago. Let's head back to Las Cruces as we'll head to Jamie Hall as he'll have second half tip as well as your first half statistics. This is Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. As an employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton, and people often ask me, what is the Good Feet store? I respond, we are an arch support store. When you come in, our staff is going to welcome you and listen to your needs. We want to learn about you, your lifestyle, your work, and the types of shoes you enjoy wearing. Then after measuring your feet, we are going to fit you from a selection of over 300 styles and sizes of arch supports. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
It's almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half, presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
Welcome back into Las Cruces. The Lady Flames are on top of New Mexico State at halftime, 46-32. We're just about ready for the second half to get underway. Let's pass along some of those stats to you as the New Mexico State band finishes up their halftime just in time for us to be able to no, they're actually pretty good. It's a good band. They're loud, but they're very good. Flames leading scorer was Bella Smuda. She had 10 points but picked up a couple of fouls and only played 8 minutes in the first half. Emma Hess had 9 and 15 minutes of playing time. Jordan Hodges played 17 in the first half and had 5. Avery Mills off the bench with 6 points. Peen Steenbergen with 6 off the bench as well for Liberty. Asia Boone with 3. Anna Bedoza with 3, 2 each for Stout and Iastadish. Brooke Moore played 2 minutes, didn't score, but was a +7 while she was in the game during those 2 minutes when the Flames needed her because of the foul trouble. Kaiser with 13 points leads the way for New Mexico State. Flames won the rebounding battle 14-9, 4-0 in offensive boards. Liberty with only 5 turnovers. They forced 7. 11 Liberty assists, 6 for New Mexico State. Flames shot 55% from the field. New Mexico State 50%. Liberty was 9 of 14 from 3, 64%. New Mexico State 4 of 8 for 50%. Those numbers brought to you by Century Exteriors. And it will be New Mexico State basketball to start the second half. But we got an issue with the clock again. It did not start. At least the shot clock didn't start in sync with the game clock. It's about a 1 second difference, so well, they actually didn't fix it. But they did inbound the ball and continued on. So if they weren't going to fix it, I'm not sure why they stopped the game. Peterson at the top of the arc will drive in. She goes into the paint and scores. 14-point lead at halftime was the largest for Liberty. They trailed by as many as 2. That was very early on in the game. It's currently a 12-point Flames lead. Iastadish comes near side to Hess. Hess in the paint to Smuda. Smuda double teamed and is tied up. The arrow will keep it with Liberty, 11 seconds to shoot. Collapsing defense by New Mexico State. led to that tie-up. And it will get them an extra possession later in the game, at the very least, at the start of the fourth quarter. Flames inbound to Hess. Hess now comes on the near wing to Ayestadish, to Smuda, and a traveling violation will give it back over to the Aggies. Not a particularly good opening offensive possession for the Lady Flames in a game that has been very good offensively for Liberty. A minute into the third quarter. New Mexico State will dump it inside to Gasama. Gasama with a little left-handed half hook, missed the shot, and Hodges, Flames point guard, picks up the defensive rebound and gets the offense going the other way. Takes it to the far side of the court, crosses it over, gets into the paint, and lays it in. Beautiful play by Jordan Hodges. Takes a little peek back at the bench, smiles, and now gets back on defense. Liberty back up now by 14. And we're going to get a foul called against the Lady Flames. And another foul that is 30 feet from the basket. Boone picks up her third, and she has had a tough assignment in this game. She's played Kaiser pretty much any time she's been on the court. But unfortunate to Asia's, two of those fouls were not really in a scoring threat position. At about 30 feet from the hoop. So Boone will have to check out. Avery Mills comes back into the game. Peterson tries to dump a pass inside. It's kicked away. That'll put 20 back on the shot clock. And New Mexico State will inbound on the baseline. They're scoring at the goal to our right, wearing the white uniforms here at home with the black numbers. Flames in the red uniforms with the baby blue numbers. Inbound pass to Gasama. She's going to try a long two. In and out. Rebound to Smuda. Flames will bring it across half court. Hodges guarded by Sanchez. Off of a screen, comes to the near wing. And up top to Ayestadish. Ayestadish to Mills. Mills drives baseline, draws some contact, and Avery Mills will shoot a couple of free throws. Avery with 6 points in the game. Chance to add to that. Peterson picks up the personal foul. We talked about the Flames foul trouble. Not a lot of foul trouble for the Aggies. Peterson with 2. Rosing with 2. Mills' first free throw is good. Avery an 83% shooter on the year, averaging just under 6 points a game, so she's already hit that number. And surpassed it. Make it 8 as she hits on both. Liberty up 50-34. Largest lead of the game for the Lady Flames, or either team. Sanchez on the drive, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul as Jordan Hodges went flying. And looks back to the bench again and smiles. Smiling at her cheering section. Trap in the backcourt, but the Flames break through it fairly easily. Get it down to Hess, who's open for 3 near wing, but just short on the 3-point attempt. However, Ayestadish gets the offensive glass, resets. Flames then go out to Smuda, and she tries to go back door to Ayestadish. It's stolen away. Sanchez back the other end. Peterson a little late getting back into the play after going to the floor on defense, and we're going to have a foul call against the Flames. Avery Mills will be called for a hold. It'll be a 10-yard penalty, and we'll repeat the down. 7:15 left to go in the third quarter. Liberty up 50-34. I guess you could also say there'll be a 2-minute penalty, and New Mexico State will go on the power play. But after that, a foul called against New Mexico State, which will be an offensive foul. Emma Hess was trying to come around a screen, and somebody stuck their leg out. And we'll see who that goes against. It's going to be Rosing, her third. Flames get through a little bit of pressure as they now set up the offense to our left. Smuda takes a couple of dribbles, gives off to Hodges. Hodges' backdoor layup is good. Got it on the reverse side. Give the assist to Bella Smuda, and the Flames lead 52-34. Less than 4 minutes into this third quarter. Pass down low for Kaiser, and she's bumped. Aya Stadish now picks up her third personal foul. So Boone and Stout with 3. Aya Stadish now with 3, and Smuda has 2. Inbound pass to Harding. She's going to try a three-pointer. It's off the mark, but an offensive rebound to Gasama. She lost the handle, though, and the Flames eventually track it down. Hodges across half court with Sanchez Oliver on her. Around a couple of screens, goes to the far side of the court, and then tried to pass it back to Mills, but Mills was coming to a spot a little bit closer to the top of the arc, and the pass was going closer to the wing. Liberty with their 8th turnover. They forced 9. That's certainly been better than expected in this game against a team in New Mexico State that usually forces about 21 a game. Kaiser near wing with Hess on her. Will step into the paint, draw the foul, and hit the shot.
Molly Kaiser.
Emma Hess picks up the personal foul. That is her first.
Substitution for the Flames, number 7, Steenberg.
Kaiser with 15 points in the game. That leads everybody.
At the line, Molly Kaiser.
And Kaiser, a 83% free throw shooter on the year, finishes off the play. 52-37. Clock running with 6 minutes on it here in the third quarter. Hodges to the far side of the court. Now goes to Mills. Mills lobs up to Smuda. Smuda, double team, has to kick it near side to Hess. Hess with 10 seconds to shoot goes up top to Steenbergen. Steenbergen, crossover into the paint, has it poked loose, but a foul is going to be called against New Mexico State. Goes against Gasama, which is her first. That is the 4th team foul against New Mexico State. So both teams will be in the bonus in these final 5 minutes and 42 seconds. Claudia Athene will come in for the first time this afternoon. She replaces Jordan Hodges, who has 9 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Athene gets it to Hess. Hess will now dribble all the way up top and now go back on the baseline. She's cut off. Her pass is picked off, taken by Kaiser. Kaiser will run it back the other way and lay it in.
Molly Kaiser.
It's a 13-point game. 5 straight for New Mexico State. Steenbergen steps into a three-pointer and knocks it down. Bean Steenbergen with 9 points, all from outside the arc. After the momentum and the crowd was certainly on the side of New Mexico State, Steenbergen silences the room. Under 5 minutes in the third, we'll have a media timeout, next dead ball. Far side corner, a three-point answer by Peterson. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Jody Adams. Didn't want to wait for the dead ball, which means it'll actually set up one of those just horrible situations that we have in college basketball where there could be an inbounds that gets deflected right back out of bounds, and we'll go straight to a second media timeout if that were to happen, because the first call timeout of the second half becomes full. And then the first dead ball after the 5-minute mark will become full, and we're in that zone as well. So we could have back-to-back timeouts. We'll go ahead and warn you ahead of time. Let's take that break with the teams and be back after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic? 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank & Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank & Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank & Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Liberty with a 55-42 lead. That is down from the largest lead of the game, which was 18. Flames still shooting the ball well, 58% from the field and 10 of 16 from three. New Mexico State 52%. If I told Coach Adams you're going to shoot 52% from the field and you're going to hit half of your three-pointers, she would have said, well, how much are we winning by? And they're trailing by 13 right now. But not because of the efforts of Molly Kaiser. She continues to just play outstanding. She has scored 18 points and has drawn 8 fouls in this game. She is on pace to draw double-digit fouls, and I'm sure it's happened. I don't remember seeing that, though, anytime this season. Extended media timeout. We're got to be getting close to ready to play basketball. Thought maybe there was a review or something that was slowing us down, but all the officials are out on the court. New Mexico State Spirit squads are heading back to the sideline, and I think we're going to be ready to play basketball soon, although the teams are still, well, the Flames at least are still in their huddles. We haven't heard a horn yet. Now we hear a horn. So we're getting close. Mentioned this Pan Am Center holds over 12,000, built back in 1968. Has had some pretty big concerts over the years. Prince was here, Whitney Houston, Elton John. Some really big shows in this facility in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Elevation almost 4,000. Flames get through some pressure, set up the offense. Anna Bedoza has come in. She peels around a screen and goes near wing to Steenbergen, who dumps it into Stout. Stout back outside to Steenbergen. With 10 seconds to shoot, she hesitates, penetrates, and draws a foul. Peen will shoot two. She hit a three-pointer a possession or so ago, and I think that caused her defender to want to stay out tight. And so a little bit of a fake, and she was off to the races. And will now shoot 2 free throws. And here's that quick back-to-back timeout that we were talking about. NCAA really needs to look at going with the same system that the NHL uses, where timeouts can overlap. If there's not a stoppage in play, in hockey they have the under 14, under 10, under 6. So if you get no stoppages and it gets under 10, now you got 2 timeouts that you're due, but they can't be back-to-back, bang, bang. There's got to at least be, I believe it's a minute of playing time has to go before you can have a second media timeout. In this case, we only had about 22 seconds of playing time that went before we jumped right back to another timeout. So we'll throw it to the studio for this break. Lady Flames up 55-42 here in Las Cruces in the third quarter.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
.428 left to go in the third quarter. Liberty on top of New Mexico State 55-42. Jamie Hall here with you in Las Cruces. Trey Lyle back in the studio. How about that news of Middle Tennessee State losing their first game in conference against Western Kentucky? So it's in essence, you're just going to talk about the loss column. The winner of today's game will be in a tie for first place. New Mexico State has played one less game than the Flames. They're 3-1. The Flames are 4-1. But this will all eventually even out. The weeks that you play your travel partner, you only play one game. And that's the case for Middle Tennessee this week, playing their travel partner, Western Kentucky. Flames travel partner is FIU, so that will happen for Liberty next week when the Panthers come to town. Peen Steenbergen has 10 points in the game, makes the first free throw, makes the second one as well. 57-42. Liberty up. Mexico State quickly back up court. Kaiser's going to pull up from about 10 and bank it in. Flames break through some pressure quickly back the opposite way. Mills bounces it back outside to Steenbergen. Back now to Stout. Stout on the left side with the left hand. Lays it through. Excellent seal. Emmy Stout, the Flames up 59-44. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Harding's jumper is off, but a foul called against Liberty. And if there's one rule in basketball is you don't foul a jump shooter, and the Flames did. So 2 free throws ahead for the Aggies. Looking at the replay of Emmy Stout, that last post move, not only did she get good position down low, but as soon as she caught the pass, a quick spin to her left, and that's what gave her the open look. Harding makes both free throws. 67% free throw shooter on the year. It's now 59-46 Flames. Liberty up court to Athene. Athene will drive baseline. Hands it back outside. It trickles all the way to Bedoza. Bedoza over to Steenbergen. Steenbergen now far wing to Mills. Mills up top. Hands back to Bedoza. Bedoza is cut off by Kaiser. Now a screen, and Anna lost the basketball. Anna, I should say, and Kaiser picks it up, goes back the other way. She has Steenbergen on her, and Peen provides enough resistance that Molly has to reset. now will pull up from 15, and her mid-range jumper is good. 59-48. What was once an 18-point Liberty lead is down to 11. Athene dribbling against Gasalma, and then up top to Steenberg, and the Flames had a mismatch with Stout down low, and they tried to force it to her, but the pass goes out of bounds. Certainly some momentum on the side of New Mexico State at the moment. They've scored 4 straight. They're a basket here from getting back into single digits. They go on the interior into the hands of Yanez. She missed the shot, and then there's a fight on the tie-up afterwards. It is a jump ball. The arrow will keep it with New Mexico State. So after the miss, the Flames couldn't cleanly get the board. New Mexico State will have a second chance on this possession. Inbound pass comes to Kaiser outside the arc. And she doesn't take a ton of three-pointers. She will if she's open. Instead, she's going to drive through and draw a foul. Bedoza picks up the personal, which is her first, and Kaiser, who has drawn a ton of fouls in this game, draws another and will now shoot 2 free throws to try to make this a 9-point game. Makes the first. She has not missed at the free throw line today. Perfect 6 of 6. One dribble, second free throw pops out. Liberty with the board. New Mexico State with some pressure. Flames get it up court to Stout, but Stout can't catch the pass. If she catches it, she's got a layup, but it just went through her fingertips and out of bounds. Kaiser and New Mexico State with the basketball. It's a 10-point game. Approaching the 2-minute mark in the third quarter. A jumper from Yanez is off, but an offensive rebound by Rosing, and she'll reset. Three-pointer far wing, off the mark from Sissoko. Sissoko, who had just come in a moment ago, missed her first attempt, and the Flames get the rebound. Jordan Hodges back out there for the Lady Flames. Up to Hess. Hess now near wing to Mills. Mills off of a pick, will pull up for a long 2, but it's off the mark. The rebound, Bedoza had it for a moment, couldn't keep it, and now New Mexico State back the other way. Driving to the hoop is Yanez. She missed the shot, collided with one of her own teammates. It's Kaiser getting up a little slow. Flames back on offense. Mills will drive into the paint, give off to Stout, and Stout finishes at the rim. A few Lady Flame fans in the crowd. I see one guy right across the way from me sitting in the high dollar seats that was clapping for the Flames as we have a foul called against Liberty, the opposite side of the court, on the floor. Ana Bedoza picks up her second personal. New Mexico State will be inbounding. Let's see. Flames are over the limit. Yes, the Flames are well over the limit. So 2 free throws for Kaiser. She went 1 of 2 her last trip. Kaiser continuing to draw multiple fouls. Most of the Flames' foul trouble is because of Molly Kaiser. It's the first free throw.
No, regular. That was the 4. Red's the 4, box out.
Kaiser's second free throw is also good.
Let's go,
10-point lead for Liberty. We've got just a little over a minute to go in this third quarter. Hodges dribbles to the near wing, now spins, finds a little space, drives, kicks to Mills. Mills with 15 seconds to shoot will take the three, and it's off the mark. Rebound, New Mexico State. Flames are trying to draw a foul on that three-point attempt, but instead Rosing will get it back the other side, and her three-pointer comes up short. So the teams trade missed threes, and Liberty gets the ball back. Bedoza dribbles across the New Mexico State logo at midcourt on this parquet floor. Far side now, Hess will try to drive. She gets a little space and draws the foul. Emma Hess will take two with 20.8 left in the third. Emma a chance to get into double figures. Flames leading scorer is Payne Steenbergen. She's got 11. Bella Smuda has 10. She's on the bench at the moment. Hess's first free throw is good. Emma, who hit 1,000 points for her career last time out, hits both free throws. 63-51 Liberty. Smuda's going to check back in for Stout for this final defensive possession. Shot clock is off. Inbound pass comes to Kaiser. Brooke Moore also back in for Liberty. Will guard Kaiser as she comes across half court. He's giving her some space as Kaiser will dribble it down to 10 seconds. Now start the offense. Comes off of a screen on the near side of the court. Flames work it well. Moore pokes it away. 1 second, and Harding just has to fling it up. Might have been partially blocked. The horn sounds, and the Flames get a defensive stop to end the third period. They take a 12-point lead to the fourth. How about that for coming off the bench cold? Brooke Moore. You have to defend the highest scoring player in the conference. You almost got a steal. You poked the ball away and completely disrupted the offensive flow, and it eventually ends up with a blocked shot at the horn. Liberty 63, New Mexico State 51. We'll take a timeout and be back with the fourth quarter right after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
It's a new era for Liberty Flames baseball. First-year head coach Bradley LaCroix is ready to lead the Flames to new heights.
Our ultimate goal is to win championships, play in the postseason, and hopefully one day get to Omaha.
With a fresh roster and a clean slate, the Flames are taking aim at the best teams in Conference USA.
Deep to left, and out of here!
Be at Worthington Field at Liberty Baseball Stadium for all 31 home games. Home opener is February 14th. Season tickets at libertyflamesbaseball.com. Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
That's been a very offensive game here in Las Cruces today. Both teams still shooting the ball well. Liberty 57% from the field, New Mexico State 47%. The Flames 10 of 17 from three, and New Mexico State 5 of 12. Aggies now have scored more at the free throw line, 12 of 17. The Flames are 11 of 14 from the charity stripe. Molly Kaiser with 25 points, and she has drawn 10 fouls through 3 quarters. Flames Hess and Steenbergen have 11, Smuda with 10, Hodges with 9. Liberty's had to deal with some foul trouble throughout. Asia Boone has 3. Elizabeth Ayestadish with 3. Emmy Stout with 3. Smuda and Bedoza each with 2. For New Mexico State, Rosing has 3. Peterson has 3. While Yanez with 2. Earlier today, Western Kentucky beat Middle Tennessee. So the winner of this game will be in a tie for first place in the conference. Technically, New Mexico State would be a half game out because they played. Well, no, actually, they would have played the same amount of games as Middle Tennessee. Flames would actually technically have a 1/2 game lead in first place because they have one more victory and the same amount of losses as the Lady Raiders if that were to happen, but still 10 minutes of basketball to go. Flames with the basketball. Hess on the far side, goes in the corner to Boone. In the middle to Smuda, has it knocked back to Boone. It goes right back to Smuda. Smuda's going to drive through, and she draws a foul on the floor. Gasama picks up the personal foul. 2 on Gasama. Liberty will inbound on the baseline. They're scoring at the goal to our left here in the second half. Hodges inbounds to Smuda. Smuda hands back to Hodges. Hodges will dribble to the middle and pull up from the elbow. Shot falls off the back of the rim. Almost, but not quite enough on it to get over the front of the rim completely. Bounce there and then hit the back. Now Kaiser drives. Heavy contact between her and Smuda, no call. It's then held up, and on the alternating possession, it'll stay with the Aggies. Kaiser surprised. She's had so many fouls drawn in this game. She didn't get that call. I'm a little surprised too because that did seem like it was probably a foul. Sissoko goes down into Gasama. Gasama is able to muscle it through off the glass and in. That's a tough shot.
Let's go, ladies fans.
10-point game. A minute into the fourth quarter. Liberty up. They'll go back down low to Smuda. And Smuda's called for a traveling violation.
Aggie ball.
As far as turnovers are concerned, that is the 13th for the Flames. The Aggies have 9. That was a category Liberty was ahead of at halftime, but it has swung the other way here in the second half. New Mexico State a chance to get this into single digits. Peterson outside the arc. Drives and has her shot, if not blocked, certainly affected by Smuda. Flames get the rebound in the backcourt. Hodges has it tied up. Flames will have 6 seconds to get it across half court with 8:30 on the clock in the fourth. Inbound pass comes to Boone near midcourt. She steps across in plenty of time, and Flames get the offense rolling. Up to Ayestadish. Near wing to Hodges. Up top again to Boone, or I should say to Hess, and a foul is called against Kaiser. She reached in on Hess.
Second team.
Kaiser with a couple of personal, actually that was the first personal foul on Kaiser. She's drawn 10 on the opposite team and only given up 1. Flames inbound to Boone, turns, shoots, and nails it. Quick release by Asia Boone. Liberty back up by 13. Kaiser on offense for New Mexico State to Gasamas. Tries to spin in, but no space for her, and is going to be called for a traveling violation. Almost could have been a charge as she put her shoulder into Bella Smuda, who's Might have knocked her breath out just a little bit. She's recuperating as she comes back up court. Flames break through some pressure, get it into the offensive end. Hodges hesitates, now pulls it back outside. And her pass is kicked by New Mexico State. There'll be 20 seconds to shoot for Liberty. In this game, the Aggies have gotten it. They've been able to make some runs. Cut what was an 18-point lead down to 10 a couple of times, and it seems like every time it gets within arm's reach like that, the Flames hit a big three-pointer, and it was Asia Boone last time down. She now has the basketball and will try to attack. She's got some space, takes it through, draws the foul, and Asia will shoot 2 free throws. They had to give her the respect outside the arc, and she took advantage of that by then driving to the hoop. We saw that same thing with Peen Steenbergen earlier in the game as well, right after she had hit a wing 3 the very next possession. Kind of over-defended her on the arc, and she drove past and was able to get it into the paint as well. Boone hits the first free throw, and the second one as well. 68-53 Liberty, 7:35 to go in the game. Kaiser up court. Sissoko now to Gasama. Gasama hands back to Peterson. Peterson has Boone on her. Peels off of a screen, fades and missed. The rebound is tipped out of bounds by New Mexico State, and Liberty will get it back with 7:23 on the clock. And a 68-53 Liberty lead. Full court pressure being shown by New Mexico State. The inbound pass comes to Boone. Boone will dribble it up herself, across half court, and hands to Hodges. Her pass, and the Flames are going to throw it away. The 2 Lady Flames was in the same spot. It's going to lead to a foul and some free throws for the Aggies. It was a lob pass. And again, 2 Lady Flames were kind of filling up that space, got in each other's way. Led to the turnover, and now some free throws as New Mexico State tries to end a 2-minute drought. Peterson makes the first. 76% free throw shooter on the year. Peterson was 7. Second free throw is also good. 68-55. No pressure as Mexico State backs out of it, and the Flames get it across, where Hess will dribble to the far wing and hand off to Hodges. Hodges picks up her dribble, eventually gets dumped on the interior to Smuda, and Smuda's going to be called for a traveling violation. 16th Liberty turnover. New Mexico State gets the ball back. They trail by 13. Kaiser runs it up court where she's guarded by Hess. Gasama, who takes a long 2. It's well off the mark. Rebound to Hodges. You got to think that wasn't really what New Mexico State was looking for on that possession. The Flames get through quickly, get it down to Ayastash, but she missed the shot. And New Mexico State gets the rebound. Back and forth, both teams not using a lot of clock. That's a bigger problem for Liberty because the clock is their friend with the lead. It goes into Gasama. Gasama working on Smuda. Up and under, missed the shot, and the rebound is on the floor. Play continues. New Mexico State will have 7 seconds to shoot as Kaiser dribbles to the near side, finds a little space. Nope, has to pass it out to Gasama. Gasama cross court, and they're not going to get a shot off. Violation back to the Flames. And the reason I seemed a little surprised the moment into that was after the missed shot, Smuda got tangled up with Gasama. They were both on the floor. Gasama kept it alive, sliding across the floor. I'm surprised there wasn't a foul call. But then after the foul wasn't called, I'm surprised a 3-second violation wasn't called because she was laying in the paint with the ball after she'd already been in the paint for a bit. Either way, that evened out, and the Flames eventually got the stop when the timer expired. Liberty with 5:55 to go in the fourth. Hess hooks the pass inside, and a nice catch by Smuda. Oh, she looked like, how about Michael Irvin? The fingertip catch. Looked like that was destined to go out of bounds. She makes the catch and the finish all in one motion. Liberty up by 15. Sanchez on the drive, and she's fouled on the floor. And they're going to say it was not on the floor, or is the limit what has been encroached here? No, that was only the second Liberty team foul. I'm going to say Sanchez Oliver was in the act. So she'll shoot 2 free throws. Makes the first. $5:29 to go in the fourth quarter. 59% free throw shooter on the year. Hits on both.
Substitution for Liberty, number 1, Avery Mills. In for 23.
Avery Mills will check back into the game for the Flames. She's played well in today's game. 8 points. Flames get through the trap, set up the offense. Ayastadish over to Hodges. Hodges to Boone. Boone for 3. Short. Smuda there for the offensive rebound and tips it over to Ayastadish, who scores. Don't know that she intended to tip it to Liz, but it worked out that way. And Liberty's back up by 15. Kaiser going to try to answer with a baseline jumper, and she hits. 72-59 Liberty. Ayastadish at the top of the arc. Hands to Boone. Boone to the near sideline. And hands back to Hodges, who dribbles to the top of the arc. Retreats and tries to lob a pass into Smuda. It's stolen away by Gassama. Gassama down court is fouled on the floor by Hodges to keep her from getting a layup. Jordan Hodges with her third personal foul. Flames did have a foul to give, so it'll be New Mexico State's basketball when we return after this timeout. With a little under 4.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. The Liberty lead currently 13. You're listening to the Flame Sports Network from Ben Wagner.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate, or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
This broadcast of Liberty Flames Athletics is brought to you through underwriting support from Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. They offer complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord, and a new service center coming soon in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Well, we had a back and forth first quarter. During that stretch, there were 4 lead changes, 4 ties. New Mexico State led by 2 on a couple of occasions. But since then, Flames led by 6 after 1, led by 14 at halftime, led by as many as 18 in the third quarter. New Mexico State cut it down to 12 after 3, and it's currently a 13-point Liberty lead with 4:29 to go in the basketball game. Liberty men will host the Aggies tonight, coming up here in about an hour and 15 minutes. Shooting percentage is still outstanding for the Flames. 56% from the field, 58% from 3, 11 of 19. 13 of 16 at the free throw line, 81%. New Mexico State, 42% from the field, 44% from the field, 42% from 3. And they are 16 of 21 at the free throw line. Rebounding is 26-16 Liberty, including 6-3 on the offensive side. Flames with more turnovers in the second half than they would like. 17 total in the game, matching also 17 assists. So you don't mind being at 17 assists, but you'd love to have been a little bit better as far as turnovers are concerned. The Flames only had 5 turnovers at halftime. Kaiser leads everybody with 27 points, 9 of 14 shooting, and 8 of 9 at the free throw line. Liberty's leading scorers Bella Smuda with 12, Hess and Steenbergen each with 11. After the foul before the break, New Mexico State will now inbound on the baseline to get things started. Again, 72-59 Flames. The inbound pass right to a wide open Gasama, who scores easily and makes it an 11-point game. Well-run offensive piece out of the timeout for New Mexico State. They get 2. Flames now back on their offensive side, which is to our left. Goes to Boone. Boone tries to pass it up top to Avery Mills, and it's stolen away by Kaiser. She's got a wide open lay-in, and it's now inside of single digits. You knew this New Mexico State team wasn't going to give up without a fight. Got a foul in the backcourt against New Mexico State. Sissoko picks up a personal. That's her first. Mexico State still has a foul to give, as do the Flames. Liberty on offense. Boone dribbles to the top of the arc, now all the way towards midcourt. Goes far side to Hodges. Hodges back to Ayastadish, and another foul whistled against Sissoko. So she picks up 2 fouls. And I was wrong. That foul a moment ago was the 4th against New Mexico State. So this is the 5th, and the Flames will shoot free throws. Liberty with 1 foul to give in these final 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Elizabeth Ayastadish will shoot the free throws. Her first one is good. 73% shooter on the year. She's got 5 points in the game. Second free throw is also good. Smuda will check back into the game for Stout. So Liberty will have 4 parts of the starting lineup out there. And the 5th member is Brooke Moore, who comes back in. So Moore, Ayastadish, Hodges, Boone, and Smuda. Kaiser with the ball for New Mexico State. Hands it off to Sanchez Oliver, up top to Harding. Harding now to Gasama, looks back door, nothing there. Instead we'll go to Kaiser. Kaiser for 3, it's short. And Hodges gets the rebound. She's double teamed, but is able to get it over to Boone. Boone now to Hodges, and Hodges across half court, running the show for the Lady Flames. Liberty up by 11. 3:15 left. Hodges drives and kicks to Ayastadish, but Ayastadish was cutting towards the corner, and the pass was back towards the wing. Out of bounds, Liberty turnover. New Mexico State with the basketball. Kaiser down court, guarded by Moore, gives off to Peterson. Peterson bounces it into Gasama in the paint. Will go to the right side and shoots over the top of Smuda. Comes up short. and the Flames get the rebound. Bella Smuda didn't get the block, but she certainly affected the shot. Liberty back on offense. I say paint, there's not really paint here in the Pan Am Center, as Smuda will go into that area and then give out to Moore. Moore along the baseline is going to be called for an offensive foul. Another Liberty turnover. That is 20 in the game. 2:37 left, and the Liberty lead is 11. Sanchez Oliver running the point. Drives in on Boone, goes reverse, and lays it in. That was a tough shot by Sanchez Oliver. It's back to a 9-point Liberty lead. Flames get it across quickly. Boone to the top of the arc, bounces it inside to Smuda. Smuda, a couple of hard dribbles, goes far side to Ayastadish, then back into Smuda. Smuda has to track it down in the corner to Ayastadish, wide open for three, off the mark, long rebound, out to Hodges, and the Flames reset, and the Flames will take a timeout. 30-second timeout with 2 minutes and 1 second to go in the game. Liberty up by 9. They'll have 20 seconds to shoot. Flames have 3 timeouts remaining. New Mexico State also with 3 timeouts. See if Liberty makes any personnel changes. Doesn't look like it, although someone did breeze past me towards the scores table, so maybe there was one change. We'll see. It was Emma Hess. Emma Hess comes into the game. So the Flames have the starting unit out there. Asia Boone will trigger in right in front of me on the near sideline. Inbound is lobbed to Ayastadish, and it goes through her fingertips. It's loose on the floor and tied up. The arrow will give it over to New Mexico State. Flames with another turnover. 21 in the game. New Mexico State with only 11, and it's actually a +2 for the Flames in that category at halftime. That is definitely swung here in the second half. A minute 52 to go. Kaiser going to drive. She has her shot rejected by Smuda, and the Flames come away with the basketball. Foul called against New Mexico State. How about that for a defensive play from the Flames? 5th-year senior. Jordan Hodges, the player fouled. She'll shoot 2. Jordan on the year, 86% free throw shooter. Smuda. And there's a little bit of a blood problem for the Flames. It looks like Elizabeth Ayastadish has some blood. They're trying to fix her up. They've got 20 seconds to correct the problem, and if they can't, then Liberty will have to make a sub.
Substitution for the Flames, number 7, Peen Steenbergen.
And the Flames will have to make a substitution. Peen Steenbergen will come into the game for Elizabeth. Hodges will shoot free throws. Her first free throw is good. Jordan's second free throw is also good. Clutch shots for the Flames. Liberty leads 76-65 with a minute 45 and the clock running in the 4th. Kaiser drives and had her shot blocked by Steenbergen, but a foul was called against Peen.
Foul the Flames, number 7, Peen Steenbergen, her first.
Must have got her on the body. Ayastadish will check back into the game for Peen after getting cleaned up. Chance to get it back into single digits for Molly Kaiser. And it also would get her above 30 points for the game. She now has 30 on the dot as the first free throw is good. This will be her 10th and 11th free throw attempts. She's 10 of 17 from the field. Just a typical game for Molly Kaiser. makes the second. A timeout's going to be taken by New Mexico State. They'll have 2 left. The Flames have 3 left. This is a full timeout. Got to think in this spot, Mexico State probably doing so to set up some sort of full court pressure. They've pressured throughout most of the game in a variety of ways. The horn sounded as if this is only a 30-second timeout, but this was a full timeout, so there was a mistake made at the scorer's table. Teams, matter of fact, the coaching staff in New Mexico State hasn't even gone into their huddle yet. So they'll get that sorted out, add a little more time on the stopwatch, and we'll get going here momentarily. Again, Flames up by a 76-67 score, palindrome. A minute 42 left to go in the game. Coach Jody Adams just now charged into her huddle, and even with the corrected time, she's only going to have about 15 seconds to talk to the team. Matter of fact, officials already there trying to get the huddle to break up. So she had about 45 seconds of conversation with her assistants and only about 15 seconds with her team. Flames will inbound on the baseline. They can run the baseline. They lead by 9.
Let's go.
Hess to Hodges, and then back to Hess on the inbounds, and then back to Hodges, and it's tipped out of bounds. So the Flames will have 7 seconds to get it across half court. Now they're inbounding in the same spot, but they have to be stationary. Ayestadish into Hodges. Hodges is fouled, and that was fortunate for the Flames because Liberty was 90 feet away from the basket and 40-plus feet away from breaking the timeline with only about 6 seconds to get there and a lot of pressure in between, but because of the foul, now Jordan Hodges will shoot 2 free throws. Trying to extend this back out to a double-digit game. Hodges, who just made 2 the last possession, hits her first. It's a 10-point game. Second free throw rattles home. Friendly rim, and the Flames now lead by 11. Sanchez down court to Peterson, over to Kaiser. Kaiser is going to drive, pull up, and her shot was very difficult because of the defense from Asia Boone. Comes up short. Liberty with the rebound. Flames get it now to Hodges. Hodges up court to Boone. Boone is called for a traveling violation. Boy, I didn't see that at all. There have been a few traveling calls in this game on both sides where I didn't see it. Maybe anticipation, and you know, kind of the anticipation that there's going to be an extra step and the whistle blows, and it really wasn't. Not sure. Ball is rolled across half court, picked up by Sanchez Oliver. Now to Gasalma, back to Peterson. Peterson drives in and has her shot blocked by Smuda, and then Smuda's taken to the floor. Free throws ahead for Bella. Bella with 2 just enormous shot blocks in the fourth quarter of this game with time running down. She came in with 30 on the season. She's added to that. Let's just see how many. Only listed with 2 at the moment, but maybe that's hasn't refreshed yet because I can remember 3 myself. 1 in the first half and 2 here in the second. Smuda hits the free throw, hits the second one also. Liberty up 80-67. A minute 5 left. Peterson with the ball for New Mexico State. They trail by 13. Peterson to Harding. Harding's 3 is short, and it goes out of bounds with 55.4. The Flames can call a timeout to advance the basketball. Liberty will have 2 timeouts remaining. New Mexico State has 2 as well. And it will be a full timeout. So the Flames and the Aggies can have a seat for a moment. We'll keep it here. After this road trip, the Flames will head back home, where they play Florida International on Saturday. Should be a fun game. 2 good teams, and also a lot of former Lady Flames will be in attendance. Kind of a reunion game. A lot of Lady Flames alumni in the house. It's also the 20th anniversary of the Sweet 16 run. Hopefully you see a lot of faces from that group as well. Mexico State will hit the road with the Flames playing their travel partner in FIU. They just have 1 game next week on Saturday. New Mexico State, they'll have 2 games as they head to Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State Thursday, Saturday. Liberty will inbound on the far side of the court with Hess, Hodges, Boone, Smuda, and Ayestadish. Smuda standing all the way in the backcourt. Inbound comes to Hess, and it doesn't look as if New Mexico State is going to foul. So we have now 45 seconds to go in the game, 20 on the shot clock. Hodges at the top of the arc, tries to find a little space with Peterson guarding her, bounces it to Smuda. Smuda's going to attack, spins into the paint, draws the foul, hits the shot, and wave it off though. It's going to be a traveling violation. That looked like some good footwork. New Mexico State calls a timeout. They'll be able to advance the basketball. Get a chance to look at the replay and see, but that looked like really good footwork from Bella. She got it around the free throw line, took it down on the low block, and I mean, there's no way on earth that was a travel. That was about the best footwork you could possibly have as a post player. If that's called a travel, you've got to change the rule book. I don't understand that. This has been a curious officiating crew in this game. They blew the heck out of the whistle in the first half, got everybody in foul trouble, and maybe it was warranted. There were a lot of fouls that should have been called. But that travel was not a travel. I've now watched 2 replays of it. That was perfect post footwork. Not even close to a traveling call. Not sure what that official saw. It wipes off what would have been a very beautiful 3-point play for the Flames, and it gives New Mexico State the ball, but they trail by 13. Kaiser pulls up off the inbound, and she's fouled, but we're going to have a rebounding call against the Flames. Ayestadish, she picks up the personal, which will give New Mexico State 2 free throws. It's not going to affect the outcome of this game, but man, I just don't understand that. Not this. That could have been fine. I didn't see the contact from Liz on this foul call, but what a beautiful post move by Bella Smuda. She was going to get an and 1, and just unexplainable officiating wiped it off. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll go back and watch it, but I looked at 3 different replays, and every one looked like just perfect footwork. The free throws are good. It's an 11-point Liberty lead. Flames will take a timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. Mexico State also has 1 timeout left. 30.4 to go. Now you'd think the Flames were losing by 11 right now. I just took the wind out of my sails. That was such a great play by Bella. That got taken away from her. We'll edit out the whistle and still use that highlight. Flames will inbound on the far side of the court. Same unit for Liberty. leading by 11. We'll see if New Mexico State has a fouling strategy. And they do. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but there was a foul before the inbounds on the Aggies. Molly Kaiser picks up the personal. And Emma Hess will shoot the free throws.
Line number 23, Emma Hess to shoot 2.
Hess, 11 points in the game. Makes the first shot. (81-69). Liberty with the lead. And Emma hits the second one as well. Inbound pass comes to Sanchez. She dribbles across half court. 25 seconds to go in the game. Now to the near wing, nothing there. Liberty defending her pretty well. She has to go inside with it and then dips under and misses the shot. Hodges tries to get the rebound. It's tipped outside to Peterson. Peterson's three is off the mark. Harding with another board, but we're down to 8 seconds to go. Harding's jumper near wing is good. With 5 seconds left, and the Flames will take their final timeout to advance the basketball. Liberty up by 10. Instinctive timeout probably, but with only 5 seconds to go, not really much that New Mexico State could do in this scenario. Flames going to finish up shooting above 50% for the game. They're at 55 right now. Can't imagine they'll shoot another shot. And I don't think New Mexico State will probably foul here either, so the numbers will probably stick. 55% from the field, 55% for three, and 88% at the free throw line for the Lady Flames. Outstanding shooting night here in Las Cruces. Afternoon, night back east, but afternoon here. Flames will put it in play on the far side of the court. Inbound pass comes to Hess. She's guarded, but not fouled. And time will expire on what is an 82-72 Liberty victory. And a very difficult building to get a win in. And with the victory, the Flames are now in a tie for first place with Middle Tennessee. Of course, Middle Tennessee at the moment would have the tiebreaker, having defeated Liberty earlier this year, but they'll play again in the final week of the season. And there's a ton of basketball to be played between now and then. But a beautiful road trip for the Lady Flames. They knocked off UTEP 75-64. Played a New Mexico State team that was playing some really good basketball and beat them by 10. They sweep this West Texas, New Mexico trip and will go back to Lynchburg with a 5-1 record in Conference USA and a 12-5 record overall. With the loss, New Mexico State is now 10-8 and 3-2 inside of conference play. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have your Coca-Cola locker room report from Las Cruces. A victorious afternoon for the Lady Flames. Back with more after this. Our Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
When it was time for my family and I to buy and sell our houses, we knew exactly who to call, and that was Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Hi, this is Nick Pierce, encouraging you to do what we did. Make the easy decision and call Jason Porter for all of your real estate needs.
Thanks, Nick. And Flames Nation, let's talk about how we can serve you. Call or text me today, Jason Porter, at 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827, or email me at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. Thanks,
Thank you,
and
sir.
as always, go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
Start the new year with a new ride and the biggest savings yet from Lynchburg Nissan. Get $10,700 off MSRP, 0% for 72 months, and up to 40 miles per gallon. Plus, drive with confidence thanks to our 1,000,000-mile warranty. This is your moment to make that move you've been waiting for. With rates this low and discounts this high, the time to act is now. Stop by, call, or visit us online before the best selection is gone. Lynchburg Nissan, home of the 1,000,000-mile warranty.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at crossroadsfamilydentistryva.com.
The game is over, but we're just getting started with the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Coming up, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair will present the final game statistics. Head coach Kerry Green will stop by to give his thoughts on the game, and we'll update the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders. Now let's head back inside the arena for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Welcome back into Las Cruces. The Lady Flames get the victory over New Mexico State 82-72. Solid shooting performance by Liberty. They finish up shooting 55% from the field, 55% from three, 11 of 20, and 23 of 26 at the free throw line. New Mexico State didn't shoot bad, although it did fall off a little bit, only 30% in the fourth quarter, and their numbers ended up at 41% for the game, 38% from three, and they were 20 of 25 at the free throw line for 80%, so a lot of points scored at the free throw line, 43 between the two teams there. Points off turnovers, 20-17 New Mexico State. Points in the paint, 24 apiece. Second chance points, 10-7 Liberty. Fast break points, 10-6 Liberty. And bench points, 28-12 Flames. Liberty won the rebounding battle, 32-18. 23 Liberty turnovers, only 11 for New Mexico State. The Flames with 17 assists, 8 for the Aggies. Molly Kaiser led everybody with 31 points. Jayla Harding also in double digits for the Aggies. She had 10. For Liberty, Bella Smuda had 14 points and 7 boards. Jordan Hodges with 13 and 8 boards. Jordan Hodges led the team in rebounding. Peen Steenbergen off the bench with 11 points. Missed Emma Hess. She had 13 as well. So 13 for Emma and Jordan, 14 for Bella. Peen high off the bench with 11. Avery Mills, 8. Emmy Stout, 6. And Anna Bedoza with 3. Elizabeth Ayestadish had 6. Asia Boone, 8. Those were your leading scorers. Leading assister was Avery Mills. 4 assists for Avery. Along with those 8 points. 2 of 5 shooting for the game. So a solid game all the way around for the Flames. Off the bench, starters shot the ball well, defended well in the fourth quarter. A couple of huge block shots for Bella Smuda. Kind of helped seal the deal for Liberty down the stretch. Flames trailed by 2 in the early going, led by as many as 18, and they get a 10-point win, 82-72. Flames now 12-5 on the year, 5-1 in the conference. New Mexico State 10-8 on the year, and they're 3-2 in the conference. We'll take a break. When we come back, well, depending on the situation, if the team's out of the locker room, we'll talk to our Thompson Brooks Insurance player of the game and Coach Green. If they're not out of the locker room yet, then Trey will take things over back in the studio and get you your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. But those were your Larry's Tire and Auto stats, Century Exteriors, 3-point shooting numbers, and we'll have your Freedom First Credit Union play of the game as well coming up here in just a little bit on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Again, Lady Flames win by 10 here in Las Cruces.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
It's a new era for Liberty Flames baseball. First-year head coach Bradley LaCroix is ready to lead the Flames to new heights.
Our ultimate goal is to win championships, play in the postseason, and hopefully one day get to Omaha.
With a fresh roster and a clean slate, the Flames are taking aim at the best teams in Conference USA.
Deep to left, and out of here!
Be at Worthington Field at Liberty Baseball Stadium for all 31 home games. Home opener is February 14th. Season tickets at libertyflamesbaseball.com.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
You've been listening to live radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Liberty with 5:55 to go in the fourth. Hess hooks a pass inside and a nice catch by Smuda.
That nice catch and layup by Emma Smuda was our Freedom First Credit Union play of the game. Smuda helps Liberty. She ends up with, as Jamie mentioned, 14 points on the 82-72 win for the Liberty Flames. Trey Lau inside our Lynchburg studios. Now time for our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Starting in women's college basketball in Conference USA, all games have gone final today. So, big upset, maybe the upset of the day in Conference USA. Western Kentucky gets it done over current first-place team Middle Tennessee, handing Middle Tennessee their first loss in conference play, 63-58. Sam Houston gets on their first conference win of the year as they defeat Jacksonville State 53-48. Louisiana Tech improves to 4-2 in conference with a 83-71 win, and UTEP defeats FIU 70-68. Only one game in the top 25 today. Number 24 Oklahoma State gets it done 72-58 over UCF. Moving to the men's side now in Conference USA, only one final for you. 81-73, UTEP gets it done. And two games going on right now, both in the second half. Sam Houston 43, Jacksonville State 42, and Kennesaw State 47, Louisiana Tech 44. As for the top 25, there have been tons of upsets today in the top 25, starting with number 13 Oregon falls to number 17 Purdue 65-58. Number 6 Tennessee falls on the road to rival Vanderbilt 76-75. Number 24 Wisconsin gets it done over USC 84-69. Number 5 Florida 84, Texas 60. Number 1 Auburn avoids the upset. Number 1 team in the land remains undefeated in SEC play. They defeat Georgia 70-68. Game of the day, top 10 matchup. Number 4 Alabama 102. Number 8 Kentucky 97. Xavier gets the upset over Marquette. Marquette being the number 7 team in the country, 59-57. Number 9 Kansas defeats their arch rival Kansas State 84-74. Number 10 Houston over UCF 69-68. And upsets continued. This one in the Big East. Creighton 68, number 14 UConn 63. Also, NFL playoffs going on right now. 13-12 in the third quarter between the Chiefs and the Texans there. A tight one in the middle of the third quarter. That was your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard there. Jamie, a lot of upsets in the top 25 on the men's side, and we'll see if that continues to be. I know tomorrow a lot more games on the women's side as top teams are in action. You know, probably the biggest game in the Commonwealth is going to be in Blacksburg tomorrow as Liz Kitley gets her jersey retired. So big day, couple days for some Commonwealth hoops over the last couple of days on the women's side.
Oh, no doubt about it. As I mean, it's just a fun time of year. As let me see if we can get Trey in here as well.
You got me?
I got you. Well, something.
Hello,
We're playing around with the with our StreamYard setup. So now we got us both on the screen at the same time. Not that anybody really cares about seeing us anyway. That's why we're on radio.
Yeah, I don't know if my face is the appealing, part of this.
That's the only bad thing about the booth cam is you got to look at me for 2.5 hours, and nobody needs that. But it is fun to get on YouTube and Facebook, and we have quite an audience that kind of follows us on there. We sent some hellos out earlier during halftime, but Corey's listening in North Carolina, Sherry's in West Virginia, Linda in Lynchburg. Andrea is in Clovis, New Mexico, former Lady Flame. Philip in Maryland. Bruce was passing along about WKU beating Middle Tennessee earlier today, which puts the Flames in a tie for first place as far as you go by the loss column, which you really have to because there's not an even amount of games being played throughout the year because when you play your travel partner, you only get one game. Donna's in Nimitz, West Virginia. Brooke is in Noonan, Georgia. Sounds like a line from a Caddyshack movie. So a lot of folks that are following along. As I say that, Bella Smuda heads out to the table, and she's going to get the headset on, and we'll talk to her real quick. And then get
Hello.
the lady.
Oh, sorry, did I do it too fast?
No,
again?
I got you that time. I'm much quicker now. I know when you're coming, I got to be quicker. Because, see, normally I don't turn it on until you're situated because, it kind of rattle around a little bit. So I usually give you just a second to sit down.
I'm ready.
But you're quick. You're ready to go. You're helloing everybody before I even turn your mic on.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry.
That's okay because and I'm not trying to make fun of your posture because my
I know,
posture's not always great.
I was looking small because I was going like this, so I need to sit up straight.
So when we edit this later and we're just taking you and me, it's going to look like I'm much taller than you, which
no, I need to sit up straight. Got to show everybody that I'm truly the height that the roster says.
And I am not the height that the roster says, so I'll hunch back over like Notre Dame, but or Notre Dame, I guess, if you want to say it the way you're supposed to.
Yeah.
If you're a literary person. I'm not particularly literate, so I'll say Notre Dame, who plays tomorrow night.
Oh, really?
We haven't got started yet. No, not tomorrow night. Today's Saturday. Monday night.
For football?
Yeah, who do you got? Ohio State, Notre Dame.
I don't know nothing about football. I'm not even going to lie. But I guess I'll say Ohio State just for Emma because Emma's my roommate, and she's like a huge Ohio State fan. So if I really could care less, but for Emma's sake, Ohio State.
Man, I'm picking you up on your posture, and I'm going to pick you on this. You couldn't care less.
Could not care less.
I could not care less.
What did I say?
I could care less.
Could not care less.
I do that. I usually don't even say that phrase until I think a second and then go, which way is it? Oh yeah. Say it that way.
Could not care less. There it is.
All right, we'll pretend like we were just in a break and this was just a conversation between you and I, and now we're back on the air. So welcome into our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game, Bella Smuda, and I'm going to lead with this because it was the prettiest three-point play that will never go down in the books as a three-point play, but your footwork was impeccable.
Are you talking about the N1 right
there was nothing you did wrong on that play.
Yeah, that was the worst call I've ever seen. I was so upset. I want to go back and watch it.
Oh, I did.
You did? It's not a travel.
No. There's no way.
That's so frustrating because that's so upsetting. It's really.
I'm
fun.
sorry, I didn't mean to go that direction and get you fired up.
But I was so upset because I was like, wow, that was a great move. And then I also hit my hip and like hit my head. I was like, wow, that was worth the I really got banged up for that one. And then
everybody's running the other way.
yeah, because at first I was like, oh, I'm about to go to the line, and then everyone starts going out. I was like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm about to put it on my Instagram story and be like, guys, this was called a travel. Can you believe that?
Your teammates were pretty upset. I think your teammates were more upset than you were. Emma Hess was beside herself. She couldn't believe it. But
it's okay.
In the end, it didn't matter. I told everybody that we'll just edit out the whistle and
just post it
use
like it
the
was a
highlight anyway because
yeah.
it was a beautiful highlight. Anyone looks at it is going to go, oh, yeah, that was an and one. 82-72, high-scoring game. Your team shot the ball well, inside and out.
Yeah.
But how about those? Let's brag on those three-point shooters a little bit.
Yeah, that's such a difference from this year. I think this year we're obviously a really great three-point shooting team, and I think that is the difference between just how we've. I don't know. Since I've been here, I feel like this is definitely the best three-point shooting team I've ever had. Well, since I've been at Liberty, and I think that's the difference. That's why our games are such high-scoring games, and it's nice too because we are such good three-point shooters. It's great for me because if they double me, I'm like, okay, someone's in the corner,
right? Gonna
shoot a three, and so it's good because I think my assists have gone up because everyone's hitting their threes. So I'm happy about it.
And it's got to loosen things up for you a little bit. I mean, they were still trapping, and you couldn't really hang on the ball too long down on the low block because they were going to collapse down. But if they did, and you were able to react fast enough, like you said, threes were flying, and you guys were hitting. Well, I'll give you the numbers.
How many threes? I know in the second quarter, I was like, I don't think we missed 1 3 in the second quarter. Maybe one, but we made a lot of them.
Hit six 3-pointers in the second quarter.
Second, right?
Yeah, and ended up finishing 11 of 20, so 55% as far as threes were concerned.
Wow, that's crazy. 55% from three today.
And 55% from the field as well.
Oh, wow.
And even though there weren't a lot of shots missed to get rebounds on, you still got a plus 14 in rebounding. So, no, my math's way off there.
I think that's right.
You're right. Yep.
That's what Coach Green said in the
plus 14.
room.
Yeah, I was looking at you had 25 defensive rebounds alone. I was looking at the defensive rebounds, which was 25-13. I thought, no, I was off. It was actually 12. But, yeah, the total rebounds was 32-18. So, not a lot to complain about in this game. Everything went well. Have you gotten used to the elevation and the time change and all that stuff?
Yeah, I know. I was just talking with some of the girls. I was like, we're going to be because I feel like I'm used to it now. But, when we go back, I'm going to be all messed up.
Well, the good news is you don't have to play till Saturday. So you've got some time.
We have a lot of time to recover.
Yeah, you got
especially
because
these were two, I feel like pretty, physical games. So it's nice that we have quite a few days to recover and give our bodies some rest, take care of ourselves.
I think that a lot of teams in the conference, or a lot of fans, I should say, in the conference are going to learn that this is a very good New Mexico State team.
Yeah.
And it's not just Molly Kaiser.
Yeah.
She's on another planet, but then her teammates can kind of get some open shots when you focus too much on her. They're going to be a tough out when it comes to tournament time, but right now you got the win, and that's all you can ask for. And then Middle Tennessee loses today, so you're in a tie for first place.
I saw that.
So, I mean, if you sculpted this day, other than maybe did you guys get Krispy Kremes as well?
We did last game. I don't know if we're getting one this game because I don't know if there's one nearby. But it was definitely a Krispy Kreme game,
right?
For sure.
I was going to say maybe the only thing that you didn't get today that you would have wanted would be dessert. But the day's young. I mean,
it's only 4 o'clock.
It's only 4:30, so there's
wait,
still time. No, that's East Coast.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
But for whatever reason, the computer doesn't change.
Yeah, it's okay.
Which isn't bad because it helps me when I look over there, and then when I'm talking to Trey back in the studio, he's in East Coast time. So if I say we need to come on the air at 2 o'clock, he's going to go, "What are you talking about?" So that's helpful. I'm living on the West Coast or Mountain Time, but if I need to go back, I've got a reference. Yeah. So it works out that my computer's not smart enough to know what time zone it's in. Congratulations on everything except the one play that you would have wanted there at the end.
I want to go back and watch it immediately and see it, but I'm still gonna. Yeah, it's fine.
It took the wind out of me too. I'll be honest.
Yeah, and it hurt. I felt and it hurt. I was like, oh, that was and so it's I did that for nothing.
Well, like I said, We'll edit it up to where nobody will know.
Yeah. Just put it on Instagram or something.
Just like edit out the official in the background.
Oh, I
and
cannot
no
believe
one will know.
that. That's really, it's okay.
Here we are focusing on that, and it was a solid road win, which is always tough to get. You guys swept this road trip, and now you're heading back to Lynchburg in a tie for first place. Pretty sweet for this point in the season.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Conference USA, let's go. Here we go.
Sounds good. What she said. Bella Smoot, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. Congratulations, and we'll see you back in Lynchburg.
Thank you.
She puts the headset down. We'll get Coach Carrie Green on for a quick word, and then we'll get out of here. The building is emptying. We're always the last one in the house. Everybody's waiting on us to clean up and go home, so we will do our best to do that as fast as possible while we remind you that the Liberty men will be tipping off against New Mexico State back in Liberty Arena in about a half hour. So if you've enjoyed watching and listening to this game and you're not in Liberty Arena, then flip over and you can listen to Alan York on the call. He is actually in his pregame show right now, but finish us real quick. We'll be real quick, and then you can jump over to Alan as Coach Green now gets on the headset. If I would have drawn up this weekend for you, I guarantee, I know you'd have taken it, no doubt about it, unless you got some bad egg rolls or something while you were here, or some bad Mexican rice. But other than something along those lines, everything fell into place exactly the way you would have wanted, even with Western Kentucky helping out by getting a win against Middle Tennessee back east.
Yeah, let's just talk about us right now, and the win at UTEP was a great win for us. I don't know if a coach is ever satisfied, and I'm one of them, but I can take a deep breath and pull away, pull back, and recognize a blessing. And these young ladies, our team is a lot of fun, and they love each other. And boy, when they play, I mean, they play together. They're pretty tough. And both of those games, we had a 14-point lead at halftime and walked away with the W. Played very well, shot very well today. We couldn't stop them, though. We try to get 7 stops a game. We got 1. But I think the 2 deciding factors, no, really 3 deciding factors. One was our effort the entire game, and the contributions from the bench. We got in foul trouble and had to shuffle our cards a different way, and yet everybody contributed. Let's just pick out one player, for example. Ping, two players. Ping, she knocked down some big threes, went to the foul line. I don't know how many points she have. That's getting close to 8 points right there. What she have there, Jamie?
She had 11.
11 points. Her contributions, it goes to the stat line. Somebody that doesn't have a line other than minutes played was Brooke Moore. Comes in probably for less than 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and I told her I wanted her on Kaiser, and Kaiser's about to take that last second shot. I think in the third quarter, was it, or halftime?
Right before halftime, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and Brooke kept her right in front and had active hands, punched that thing out, and they didn't even get a shot. So that was big. Good contributions from everybody, but especially from the bench. Number 1 was our effort. Number 2 is our effort rebounding, and I think that was the difference. Along with free throws, we were attacking the basket better than we ever had all year. I don't think we shot that many free throws all year.
That's true.
So it's a season high of 26 free throws, and made 23 of those. And especially at the end when they could have got back in the game, Jordan Hodges and Bella, they're knocking them down and shutting the door. And very happy for these young ladies, and just want to give God the glory, and he gives us the joy of the win. So we're grateful for that, and ready to come home. Got a big weekend coming up. We have FIU on the 25th on a Saturday. I think it's a 1 o'clock game, isn't it, Jamie? I want to go ahead and put it out there. We're celebrating our 50th year of women's basketball at Liberty, and making it even special, more special. That's good enough right there. How God's blessed us for 50 years with all of our coaches and players that have come through, and for me just to be part of that, I'm so grateful, and feel just humbled to be part of it. And in addition, we're going to be celebrating that Sweet 16 team. We wished everybody could be there. We wished every player could be there. But we have some special guests coming in, and we're trying to get as many of those there. So at halftime, we're going to be recognizing every player that has played that has registered to be there, because we want them walking out on the court. I think we may have some video to show, and afterwards the players will be we're having a little fellowship to reconnect and maybe connect for the first time. You know, when there's 10 years difference in your playing time. You never saw each other, but to connect. And we're so proud of our program, the Lady Flames, and the opportunity that God's given us at Liberty to represent God and come to Liberty where lives are changed and character is built, and our focus and values are on eternal things, not a position, a title, or money. And the world comes at us, and truly Liberty is building champions for Christ, and just to be part of that, man, it's such a blessing. So I would want everyone listening, bring a friend, come there, celebrate with us, talk to the players, former players, and we're going to have a good time this coming Saturday. So I'm excited for that.
You answered all my questions.
Okay.
Let's just drop the mic and get out of here.
Get out of here. We'll see you Saturday against a very good FIU team. And but, wow, we're just going to celebrate what God's done in our 50 years together. So we hope to see that arena packed out. Let's see if we can break a record for the Liberty Arena. And bring a friend, wear red, and be loud. God bless you.
Sounds good. As head coach Kerry Green, we're going to wrap things up right now. Lady Flames win here at New Mexico State by a final score of 82-72. Again, if you can't make it out next Saturday, we'll have all the coverage here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. And again, Liberty men will be playing here in about 20 minutes in Liberty Arena against New Mexico State. And you can follow Alan York with that coverage. Until we talk on Saturday, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless. Lady Flames win 82-72 here at New Mexico State.
You've been listening to the Coca-Cola Post-Game Locker Room Report and Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. This game has been brought to you in part by Joe Yock with Alcova Mortgage, showing you the way home. Aqua Pros, pools, hot tubs, and hearth. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry, Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. 11 West, First Bank and Trust, the bank that puts you first. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys. The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg. Liberty Basketball has also been brought to you by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, the finest hand-picked specialty coffees from around the world, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. Expect the best service, prices, and care. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. The Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan, nobody beats our prices, nobody. Peary Family Dentistry. Century Exteriors, providing roofing, gutters, windows, and home remodeling. More information is available at centuryexteriors.com. Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance. Planning today for tomorrow. The general manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. The Liberty Flames Sports Network director is Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Sarah Stinson. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw and Associate Director of Athletics Communications Paul Carmody. Liberty Flames basketball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.